DC just announced their first big event since the whole Absolute Universe kicked off with that all-in special number one where Darkseid got killed. We got DCKO. I'm going to read you the press release for this, which is DC is pulling no punches this fall with DCKO, a massive new comic book event from powerhouse writers Josh Williamson and Scott Snyder, kicking it off in October. Picture a high-stakes cosmic tournament where heroes and villains are thrown into gladiator-style battles across a colossal, Earth-risen arena, each level more brutal and symbolic than the last. The goal? Generate enough Omega energy to challenge a godlike Darkseid and crown a new King Omega. Spanning 5 core issues with epic tie-ins across the DC universe, DCKO pits 36 fighters against one another in a no-holds-barred bracket-style showdown. Expect legendary matchups, shocking underdog rises, and devastating consequences. Snyder takes the lead on the main series alongside artist Javi Fernandez, while Williamson orchestrates the one-shots and tie-ins that ripple out across titles like Titans, The Flash, Superman, and Justice League Unlimited. This is the DC's ultimate fight night, said Snyder. You're either in or out, Williamson added. Darkseid has destroyed the future. The hero's only chance is to fight for the present. DCKO is built around Superman's personal reckoning as he grapples with the darkness within him and what it means to lead in a world on the brink. So, they've confirmed that this series is going to be a Superman-centric story because the first Metal, which was essentially the first big event that Snyder did DC-wide, was about Batman. The second one was Wonder Woman, and this third one that Snyder's doing is about Superman. So he's covered the Trinity. I, as a Superman fan, am of course happy that it's focused on Superman. The whole premise sounds dumb as hell, but that has also been Scott Snyder's specialty lately. Read Absolute Batman if you're not reading it. It is insane, it's dumb, it's crazy, it's stupid, but it's so much fun. It's awesome. But my worry for this is Joshua Williamson and Scott Snyder are both very talented writers and I think do really good on solo books, but they're not architects. They're not Jeff Johns. That's something that DC has struggled with because lately DC's been killing it in the comics. A lot of great titles. They have so many good comics out right now, but the thing that they're struggling with is having an architect that can pull everything together and build a good event because the last guy that could do that was Jeff Johns. They tried to do it with a couple other guys since. They tried to do it with Snyder, but man, Dark Knight's Death Metal was awful. The first Metal was okay. Second one was terrible. It was awful. They tried to see if Bendis could do it. Bendis tried to do some stuff. Terrible. Williamson tried to do some stuff. Awful. He's just, no one's been able to do it. And I think Snyder and Williamson, I know, are talented writers. Josh Williamson's writing Superman right now, and it's good, not great, but he's also writing G.I. Joe, which is one of the best comics out right now. That book is amazing, and Williamson is killing it. Absolute Batman is amazing right now. It's one of the best comics out, and Scott Snyder's writing that. But when it comes to writing this type of story, an event book where you really have to build things, it's not their specialty. They haven't proven it to me personally that they can do it. So maybe some people like those events. I didn't think they were very well done, but who knows? Maybe between the two of them teaming up, they can do something cool. I do like that they got Javi Fernandez on it. He's doing a great job on Batman and Robin right now. I love his art, so I think he's a great just for the main book. But again, this premise just sounds so stupid. Hopefully it's like Absolute Batman stupid where it works and not like Dark Knight's Death Metal stupid where it doesn't work and it's just terrible because it sounds hilarious. The Earth's like going to turn into an arena and there's going to be fights between 36 different heroes and they have to generate enough Omega energy to crown a new King Omega. That's insane. What is going on? But hopefully it doesn't derail things too much as far as the mainline books, because it sounds like they showed it's only taken over a few books, which is good, and hopefully the other books can keep going. Like Green Arrow, for instance, I think is a great comic out right now, and I'm hoping that doesn't get put to the side right now while we focus on this. I'm hoping that just keeps going, like nothing's happening, and other comics like that, because we have some great comics right now, and they just said Titans, The Flash, Superman, Justice League Unlimited, so as long as it's only those that are affected, that'd be great. I would love to have an event where it's only like some one-shots from a couple other series and not everything gets derailed. That could be cool. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm happy that it's focused on Superman, especially when it's like, you gotta choose one like warrior for Earth. It's like, obviously that would be Superman. If it was anyone else, it would, in my opinion, granted I'm biased because I'm a huge Superman fan, but in my opinion, it wouldn't feel right if it was anyone else. Now let's get into what some of these little one-shot and spin-off series are. We've got Justice League, The Omega Act #1, was written by Williamson with art by Yasmin Putri. And this involves Time Trapper, makes a desperate move to save the timeline. I haven't been reading Justice League because I just don't really care for Mark Waid on Justice League. I read the first couple issues of Justice League Unlimited, didn't care for it, but this is Williamson doing this, so who knows? Maybe I'll read it. We got Titans by John Layman with art from Pete Woods. I like Pete Woods. I have not been reading Titans, though. But the Titans lead Earth's evacuation as Apocalypse threatens to reshape the planet because, yeah, it's getting turned into an arena. So I'd imagine you'd have to move people out of there. We got Superman 31, written by Williamson, with interiors by Eddie Barrows. Clark and allies hunt for the mysterious Heart of Apocalypse, a force tied to his Kryptonian roots. So this is the immediate arc after what we're about to be getting into in July. In July, Superman, we got Dan Mora back on art because Eddie Barrows has been doing it. They've been switching off. And that one's going to be Superman going against the Legion of Superheroes from the Absolute Universe, that like Dark Legion of Superheroes that Darkseid has doing his dirty work right now. So Superman's going to be going against them, and I'm excited for that. And this is the arc after that where Superman's got to hunt for the Heart of Apocalypse, whatever that's going to be. Then we got The Flash from Mark Waid and Christopher Cantwell with art by Vasco Georgiev. Probably butchered that name, sorry. Impulse suggests a timeline-wiping reset called Impulse Point. Can we always stop him in time? So it sounds like Impulse is being rather impulsive. But anyways, yeah, Mark Waid back on Flash sounds awesome, but then he's teamed up with Christopher Cantwell. It's like, that doesn't sound good. I kind of wish it was just Mark Waid on it, but hey, could be interesting. Throwing Impulse back in there. I don't remember the last time I read a comic with Impulse. I feel like it's been a while. We got Justice League Unlimited number 12, written by Mark Waid with art by Dan Mora. Michael Holt and the Terrific 10 face a mission that could doom them at Earth's core. That's rather vague, but they'll be doing something. We got some of the time-displaced characters on the cover. You see Batman Beyond. You see Blue Superman. So, yeah, you see some of these characters. And also, we're going to be getting more details at San Diego Comic-Con because that's the end of the month. That's next week, actually. So next week, they're going to be having a whole panel. We'll get a bunch more details. But yeah, we got some covers. We got some stuff, some teases. And that's basically all the details. I'm not super excited about this. It sounds like it could be fun. I don't expect it to be anything amazing or great. I'm just hoping that it's fun. I'm hoping that it's fun and it lands and it's just like, man, a tournament where a bunch of heroes fight each other and it makes sense for them to fight each other because they have to, as dumb as it is, they have to build up Omega energy. At least it's not like, all these other contrived reasons where it's like, man, we need to have two heroes fight because it would be cool. Now it's just like, hey, they have to fight because, save Earth. So at least there's that. So you can get some cool matchups. I feel like there's going to be a lot of one-panel fights because with 36 heroes and 5 issues, it's not like you're going to have a lot of big fights. But also, it sounds like the fights are going to be different. It's not just going to be like, hey, here's a 1v1 arena, go nuts. It's going to be different stakes, different things happening each time. So that could be cool. We'll see. Scott Snyder is in his bag right now with Absolute Batman. Hopefully he can transfer it to an event book because, in my opinion, him and Josh Williamson, fantastic on solo titles, just dookie on event books. Maybe they could turn around with this. That would be great because, again, ever since Jeff Johns left, I don't think DC has found an architect. They tried to do it with Mark Waid most recently with that last, what was it, Absolute or whatever it was called. I can't remember. That Amanda Waller storyline where she used AI to trick the public into not liking the Justice League and all the heroes, and she used Amazos to take away it was terrible. Great art by Dan Mora. It was awful. And that's Mark Waid, again, who's a legend in comics and has written a lot of good comics. And he's not an architect either. He can't do it. It's just, it takes a different skill set. Not everyone is Jeff Johns or Marv Wolfman or one of these guys that can pull off an event. It's a different skill set. Even these talented writers that have legendary runs on other characters, they just can't do it. For whatever reason, it's a whole different set of abilities that very few comics writers possess. And we'll see if Snyder and Williamson can actually catch a dub here and actually do some good with an event for once. Hopefully. We'll see. Anyways, at least it's not like 8 billion issues where it's like, hey, if you want to read everything, you're going to have to spend $500. At least it's just like a couple books are tying in, and then we got 5 mainline books. So I like that. I like that they're not derailing everything, it seems. But we'll get more details in San Diego Comic-Con. I'll definitely make videos on whatever happens at San Diego Comic-Con if we get some good details. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you want to see more. And also, I posted my Superman review last week. So if you missed that, if you want to see my opinions on the new Superman movie, check that out. And thank you so much for watching. And we'll see y'all later.
Hey, skinny boy, saucy boy, I be running to the bank. Yeah, I hit the gas in the whip full tank. Riding past the ocean while I'm listening to Frank.